Well, this is certainly an interesting little discovery I made earlier today, at least to me, a lifelong Pink Floyd fan. Now, some of you, of course, will have already discovered this little gem of a guitar solo, but somehow this great little covert mystery solo has eluded me over the past 45 years or so. I saw this story crop up on the front page of Reddit earlier today and thought to myself, what is this? A secret hidden Pink Floyd guitar solo that I've never heard before, that was only available on 8-track at the time of its release. I must listen, investigate, and of course learn this guitar solo toot sweet. Turns out that, and I know this because I'm old, that 8-tracks back in the day, they looped themselves back to the beginning when they finished playing because of the way they were designed. Now, if you're a Pink Floyd fan and familiar with the album Animals, you'll know that the fantastic acoustic tracks Pigs on the Wing both open and close the album. However, on the 8-track version of the album, the band connected the two parts with a guitar solo, so the album would play in one continuous loop without stopping. Thus, this solo is absent from all other formats that the album was released upon. Upon listening to the solo for the first time today, I thought to myself, God damn, that's a great little unknown David Gilmour solo. I must learn that tonight. Only then, upon digging into the story a little bit further, did I find out that it wasn't actually David Gilmour who played it. It was Snowy White. Don't know who Snowy White is? Well, let me tell you. Snowy White was a session guitarist back in the early 70s who joined Pink Floyd as a touring rhythm guitarist for the Animals tour, which was set to commence in 1977. Already hired and within the fold of the band before the actual release of the album, they gifted him this little solo moment to shine on the 8-track version of the album's release, like I said. Awfully nice of them to do that, if I do say so myself. Snowy would end up joining Thin Lizzy for a number of years in the 80s and continue his on-again, off-again stints touring with Pink Floyd and Roger Waters throughout the years. I think he still tours with Roger Waters. Just a great little solo, a short little solo that actually sounds a hell of a lot like David Gilmour in my opinion. But considering the general mood and feel of Pink Floyd's music, a solo that wasn't on the more melodic and maybe slower side of things would feel quite out of place within the scope of Pink Floyd's music. Regardless, let's have a look at how to play this one for any of you who might like to take on this somewhat forgotten and gorgeous little hidden gem of a guitar solo. It's nothing too complicated, but it's just a lovely little solo to play. We are in standard tuning, and as typical of a Pink Floyd guitar solo, we're rather drenched in delay and reverb. I have no idea what guitar Snowy played on this one, but it sounds a heck of a lot like a Strat to me in the bridge position, and that's what I went with in my performance, and I think it sounds pretty good. So let's close in here a little bit and have a look at how to play this one. All right, let's have a look at how to play this one. We are soloing in G major with this one. I'm going to play through the opening little phrase and then we'll dig into it. So we're starting on 15 of the B string and then sliding into 17 and then hitting that note again. Give it a little vibrato if you like. And then we're going to go 13, 15, 17 in somewhat of a staccato fashion of the B string. And a little half step bend release at 17 of the B, off to 15, back onto 17. With a slight little pause before you jump back onto the note at the 17th fret. Kind of like that. And then we're into this beautiful little lick. Sounding very David Gilmourish. Very Pink Floydish. So we're going 15 back to 13 of the B, back on to 15 for a full step bend, and then back to the natural note at 15. And then a little hammer-on release from 13 to 15 back to 13. Up to 16 with your pinky on the G string. And then, so 13 of the B, up to 16 of the G, and then back to 12 on the G, and then roll up to 12 on the D. So that whole opening sequence. Lovely little lick. And then we're into this. So that is we're at the 17th fret of the B, and we're doing 2 step-and-a-half bends. And then off to 15, back onto 17 for a double hit. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to start it with just 1 step-and-a-half bend this time. So kind of like this. And then we're into this lick. And that, love that. That's just lovely. So we're going 14, slide into it of the G string, and then we're going to go 13 of the B down to 12 of the high E. And then on to 15 of the high E. And then up to 17 of the high E. And then back to 15 of the high E. And then this. So that starts with like a little D shape right in the D position. 14 of the high E up to 15 of the B, and then 14 of the G. And then slide that back to 12. And then slide it back to 11. And then you're going to roll on the 12s on the D and the A, and then you're going to back that A up to 10, and then back to 9. So in context, and then we're into this. And so it's a double hit at 7, hammer on to 9, and then hit it again. And then you're going to triple hit that 9 and slide it into 11 for a double hit. Kind of like that. And then we're going to double hit that 11 and then give it a half step bend with vibrato. And then you're going to jump up to 12, full step bend with vibrato. Up to 14, full step bend with vibrato. Up to 16, half step bend with vibrato. Up to 17, full step bend with vibrato. And when he gets that note, he's harmonizing with himself with this note at the 18th fret of the B string. So all on the G string, nothing too complicated there, but it's lovely, and some lovely expressive bends there. So And then we're into this. So we're triple hitting the 15th fret. Sorry, double hitting. And then grabbing 17. And then a little hammer on from 15 to 17 back to 15. And then you're hitting that note at 15, I think, 4 more times. And then we're into this. Little slide from 15 to 17, back to 15. And when you get back to that 15, you're going to give it a full step bend release. And then back to 12. And then up to 14 of the G and give that a full step bend with vibrato. And that again is a lovely little lick. And then the whole solo finishes up with down here at the 5th fret of the D string for a double hit. And then a little hammer on from 4 to 5 back to 4 on the G. Back up to 5 of the D, up to 7 of the A, and then back to 5 of the D. And that's pretty much the end of the solo. So I'm going to take from the halfway point, I guess. That's it. That's how you play that one. Good luck with it, and hope you enjoyed my little video, and maybe you discovered this solo for the first time as well. If you're new to my channel, please give me a subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I release something new, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.